I'm going to show you the next SAM ETF 40. You can see how these has performed. If you want to rate the performance of this current stock, it has done 20x. I know you are familiar with 10x, 20x in the crypto space, but I am here to announce to you that 20x, 10x is now in the Nigerian stock exchange. And truth be told, I actually did the research and I saw this thing ahead and I took position, and I also position you guys so that you can make some massive return. All those who took my advice, congratulations. And all those who did not take my advice, here is another opportunity for you to spot an ETF that has this same potential. So I'm going to walk you through my thinking process, what I look out for, and how I locate these stuff. Some of these things you are seeing today, they are a lifetime opportunity. You may never see such return again in the market, and that is why I want to encourage you to take advantage of this ETF I'm about to show you guys. But before we move on, let's not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's not forget that you are welcome to the Financial Edge, where we teach on how to make money via trade and investment, and our goal is to ensure you gain financial freedom. So just to look at the chart, I'm going to show you all those calls when I made them, and the prices I actually asked you guys to buy, and we are going to compare it with the current price and see how many return, how much return those people who took action will be currently swimming on right now, because guys, the money is just too massive. Yes, it is plenty. Let's look at the first video. This is a video where I talked about Vet Bank. You can see when I talk about Vet Bank, I said this ETF will be doing higher highs. That's what I said in the video. I said it's going to be doing higher highs. And if we look at the Vet Bank, let's come to the chart and let's look at Vet Bank. Let's see what Vet Bank is doing from our entry. So this is Vet Bank. So you can see this was the exact place where I shared it. It was actually 13. You can look at it at the video. It was 13 naira when I shared it, and I think it is 6 months ago. Yes, 6 months ago. It's actually 13 naira. And I told you guys that actually there is no volume, but I said volume is going to come. You know, that's how I discovered NCR to my community when we were looking at the fundamentals, and I said this is the next CWG, and guess what? It surpassed CWG and it's currently doing some massive number. Imagine we saw it when it was 5-6 naira. Imagine those who bought, and look at the price today. You think such opportunity does not exist? It exists. In fact, you might even have such stock in your portfolio and you will not know, except you draw my attention. Now look at this. Let me just play this. Maybe I should just take up my face here so that you can just see what I listen to, what I said here. All the banks. So you understand, this tracks all the banks. So imagine where we are now. So the question is, will this ETF continue to shoot? Of course. Now let me show you the next one. The next one that I also ask you guys to take position in. So let me come here. Perfect. This is it. This was where I actually asked you guys to buy. That you don't need anybody to tell you. This thing has been coming down. This ETF has been coming down for a long time. You can see how it has been dropping. And if you look, it has been flat for a long time, which tells you that it actually tracks some nice stocks in the market. So that's how our chart is when you look at the all share index. The past years, it was like this before we saw this spike. You can see this spike happened in 2023. You can see when the president said subsidy is gone. So that's when we got all this spike to this point. And the highest it got to was 1,052. That is to say, this ETF fund has potential of doubling your money. Yes. When is it going to happen? Is that I can't tell you. But that's why I said it's a long time game. So if you have the time to wait, you have the... Let's look at Stanbic ETF today. Look at it here. Guys, 2,153 naira. 2,000. That's 6 months ago. And as if, let me bring up my picture here. Okay, as if this is not something that is being realistic. I followed it when it got to close to 1,000. I still did another video to let you guys know that it's a continuous process. When you get to that point, you know, for Stanbic IBTC, I know the last video I did, I advised that you should sell around this area. I said once you get to 2K, you should sell. That's what I said. I said because there'll be a breakout and a retest, and I said we may not see retest soon because of the nature of the chart, because when we had a breakout here, you can see how massive the price appreciated. So if that is what you're looking at, I said you can take this off, take your gain if you actually entered this time when I shared this video. If this is the time you enter, which is 496, by now I think you should be doing 3x. Yes, you should be doing 3x. So if you are doing 3x, if you put ₦1 million by now, you have 3 million naira. You understand? So you can take it and now dump it in the one that I said is going to be the next one to move. But let's just look at this video here. This is the video here. Let's look at it. So I gave the analysis here, and I actually talked a lot about it. So let's move to the next one. The next one is green WETF. You see, I gave you guys when it was 276, and this video was done 6 months ago too. Green WETF. Let's look at the price now. Sometimes you people just look at these calls and look at it from 276 is currently trading at 680. And if you look at what is happening here, you know that he's just trying to catch some breath and continue the movement, because whether I like it or not, we are actually experiencing what? A ETF rally. That's what we are experiencing today. ETF rally. And you can see the potential of this. You can see the potential of green WETF. It's just breaking out. It's just breaking out here. You can see it clearly that it's just breaking out. So this is not a buy from me. This is not a buy from me. We are just looking at past performance. This is not a buy for me. So you want to ensure you know what you are doing. So I'm just trying to share how it has performed. Let's look at other one that I shared. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I was giving details for you to know some of the things that are inside the ETF. So this was just a pure analysis for the green WETF. Now let's move to the next. All these videos are here for you to look at it. Look at gold. Gold was 54. I said I'm building generational wealth. The top 3 ETFs I'm holding for the next decade. Unfortunately, I've actually sold. Sorry about that. I just took some profit. But the next one that I'm sharing with you guys, let's come here. Let's look at the new gold. Let's come and see new gold. So this is new gold, 65. Okay, not much gain, but at least 10K. 10K gain is not a small one. 10K. Imagine you were able to buy 100 and you made, that is 100 units, and you make 10,000. 10 times 1 times 100, that's 1 million. That is, you can buy 100. Let's even say it's 10 you bought. 10K, if you add another 10, that's 100,000. And you're fine. So this is the video where I talked about gold. And I also talk about the next one. Let's look at it. Okay, I'm still talking about gold here. Let's look at this area again. So I actually took out time to analyze gold. Then I talk about my value. Yes, this is my value here. I talk about my value. So let's look at my value return. So I'm just using this for you to know how all these things play out. So that you'll be very, very sure that this next one is going to do some good returns. My value was 200 when I gave it, and currently is doing 400. And guess what? It was even on full BTF, and it got to 500, which was almost 150%. For those of you who are not greedy, I know you lock your profit, which is a good one from every investor. So this is for my value. Let's look at the next one. Let me come back here. Okay, this is still my value. Okay, yeah, I just did some calculation. So let's look at the next one. You know, when I was doing this video, somebody said, yeah, you are just bringing something, this, that. I just laughed. Okay, we've talked about this. Okay, now these are the major stocks that I gave, and you can look at the price, 284, green WETF, and you can see what the current price is, and that's to tell you what you can make money. Now look at that of Stanbic ETF when it was 1.5. So I came up here. I did it when it was below 500, and I also came up here to exactly. This one was 1 month ago. 1 month ago, and I said after this you can see the breakout and retest. And that was when I actually encouraged someone that asked. In fact, the person was so honest, and I was so happy. He came and reached out that he was the one that asked. I said, "Wow, people are just so cool." Some people would have just say, "Since you don't remember me, just give me ghost mode." So look at the price now. It was 930. Imagine you bought around this area now. That's 2x with the current price, because the current price is like 2,153. 2,153. So let's come to this part. I actually gave some analysis here, and I did some other stuff here. So this was 1 month ago where I shared this analysis. Let's move to the next one. So the next one, I came up here. I said you should buy this. Guys, I said you should buy this. This is the same ETF 40. It was 700. Remember, I gave this stock when it was 200. You understand? I gave it when it was 200. Let's see if I'll be able to get it from here. Oh, this was a month ago. I think I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure. And look at it when it was 11678. That's for Stanbic ETF 30. Now, why am I doing all this? It's because I want to show you another stock that is going to do some normal. Look at this stock. It was 700. Although I gave it below this, but as at this time, that is 1 month ago when I was doing analysis, was 700. And I clearly stated it that this is the next one that is going to do this number. And guess what? If you want to calculate from the price I gave, which was 200, if you want to calculate it from the price I gave, which was 200, around this, it was around this area now. It was around this area. So if you want to calculate around this area, let's do some maths. Let's come to online calculator. Online calculator. So I'm not even saying we should. Okay, let's work with 200 first. So 200 divided by 4.5. Let's come here. But please don't allow greed to enter you. Let's just do normal calculation. So 4.5 divided by 2. Let's say 250. Let's say 250 divided by 250. That's 18x. Okay, let's just work with the real value. 4.5 divided by 200. That's 22x. So what this thing is telling us is, if you put 100,000, multiply by 100,000. You know, some people will say, I don't have big one, no wala. What you will have is 2.2 million. 100,000, I will give you 2.2 million. Let's even say you came late and you bought it. The current price is 4.5 and you bought at 700. You bought at 700 naira. That's 6x. That is to say, if you are putting 100,000, I like using 100,000 because some people will say it's just the big money is calling. So your 100,000 will become 642,000. Tell me which bank will give you that if you keep that money in the bank. Tell me. Now, to the big one, the Oga Patapata of them all, that is gathering momentum right now. I've shared it here when it was 210. When it was 210, I shared it. Those who bought it here when it was 210, they are now sitting in big profit. I welcome you, the VSP bond. This is the bond. S&P Nigeria Sovereign Bond. This is the bond, guys. It gained 22%. Mind you, the ETF don't follow the NGS rule of 10% up, 10% down. Nah, forget that one. It doesn't work here. Therefore, you can make wife changing money here, or life husband changing money. You can make it here. Either wife changing money or husband, you can make it here. You can see. In fact, there are people who are celebrating, people who bought at their price. But you know, some people will just We just keep quiet. They say, just be following me silently, be making their money, making their money, making their money. They don't want to loud it. You understand? So this is the stock I'm considering, the Vertiva S&P. Just as we have the S&P 500, imagine what the S&P 500 is doing. So we have the Vertiva S&P Nigerian Sovereign Bond ETF. Yes, we have the ETF. We have the ETF. Now, if you look at the all-time high of this stuff, it will blow up your mind. Let's come to monthly chart so that we can get the figure smoothly. Okay, this is monthly chart. So all-time high is what? Is 10,000. 10,000. But don't forget to somebody is even putting sell order at 21 million naira. 21 million naira sell order. I said, God, is this how you want to change people's life? This thing that we are just saying is stock or buy small, they are going to change people's life. Let's calculate $10,000. Not 10,000 naira. All these things are analysis. So before you go and hold and say until 21 million naira, you now ask me, I said I've sold. You now say, coach. But you didn't tell us now. The only people I can tell when I'm doing those things because I'm doing it to go and I cannot run and set up my camera to do video. I might be in the office and it's my community people that say I'm selling this now. They join me. And when we are selling, it doesn't mean it will not continue to go up. It's just that it is better you sell and the stock continue to go than you did not sell and the stock comes down below your entry. It's so painful. We've been there. Let's even say you are buying at 500. Let's work with our online calculator here. Let's say get to the all-time high as we are seeing, because what we are seeing is what is available on TradingView. So if you look at the market, you will see the prices people are putting. Most especially if you have access to real time and data. So 10,000 divided by 500. Let's see. 20x. 20x. Let me now blow somebody's mind. Let's say you are able to put 5 million naira. Let me blow your mind. You know, I've been using 100,000. I don't want to, but now let me blow your mind. Let me use 5 million. Yes, you put 5 million. You know, they say invest what you can afford to lose. And I ask people, if you invest what you can afford to lose, how will you make life-changing money? No risks, no reward. So if you are an old man trading, you want to. When I say old man, I'm not talking about age. I've worked with people who are 60, 70. They have young minds. They are trading penny stock, making money here and there. And I have people who are young, but they are old. They say it's fundamentally sound. They say it's Presco. He has good earnings per share, price to earning ratio, price to book ratio. Everything ticks. Fundamental revenue is growing. Why we are buying the one that does not even have fundamental, and we are making money. We are rich. Why they are loud in holding fundamentals. After you hold fundamentals for 5 years, you come and tell us who fundamentals help. Anyway, I teach those things though, so don't. It's better you know it so that you can just. All my fundamental analysis video on Stock Fortunado, the last, and you see the red flags. All those red flags are just signposts. You understand? They are not to guide you so that you not become knowledgeable about the stock market. You tell people this fundamental, how this one is strong, and you're not making money. See, the stock is bad though. NCR, the price does not match, and people are cashing out. I'm not saying you should go and buy NCR now. It's high. When a stock is high, you can still buy, but just that you change strategy. Just that some people will carry the strategy of buying low, they will apply it when they bought high. If you join people who are halfway journey, you should be able to know what to do now compared to people who started it. So let's punch the equal to sign. Wow. 1, 2, 100 million. That is your 5 million naira is going to be worth 100 million. Isn't that massive? Well, let's see how it plays out. Sometimes it's always unbelievable, it's not real, but you can see what happened with CM ETF 40. You can look at it here, and even this time it has moved. You understand? I just make reference. It has moved, and from 700 to 45, still holding strong, and Stanbic is still holding strong. So watch out for VSP. So if you've been watching to this point, this is the stock I am bringing up to you. Is not what I need. So this is the stock I'm bringing up to you. It's called the VSP bond ETF. So just have a little, for example, have 10% of your overall portfolio here. That's how you play some of all these stocks that are some of all these ETFs that are highly volatile. But I want to let you know that it is bull run for what? For the ETFs. Yes, it's bull run for the ETFs. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified to my post and reaching videos like this. Until I come your way again, keep making money and keep protecting your profit. I love you, my friends, and there is nothing you can do about it. Hands to head salute. See you in the next one.